Now, let's talk about galamsey. And show me how the Bui Dam looks like. The Bui Dam. It's part of the areas that provide us, one of the systems that we created as a country that provides us electricity or power. The Bui Dam. Very beautiful. Over 400 megawatts of power, I'm told. That's what it provides for us. Now, if you look at the beauty of the Bui Dam, you wouldn't have thought in any way and on any day that some people, nation wreckers, wicked people, how else? Detractors would want to put their life or endanger the very existence of the Bui Dam. You don't get it. This is what the Bui Dam looks like. And this was called from the website of the Bui Dam Authority. Or the Bui Power Authority, let me put it that way. Now show me what the galamseyers are doing on the river. And it's a pity. Look at them. Look at what they're doing. They're right there in the heart of the portion that supplies water. The hydro power that we need, the pressure and everything that we need, where it's supposed to be feeding the dam, that's where they have found it necessary to engage in galamsey. So when I told you in the past that there was never a fight against galamsey, and some of you came fighting me, in spite of all the investment we had made in that space, this is what I meant. They are on the river, the river that feeds the Bui, they are on it. And the color of the water is changing, even though water is supposed to be colorless. It's changed over time. Water is supposed to be colorless and odorless. But now this water has color and has odor. So the whole concept of fighting galamsey should not be reduced to, oh, let's gather a few military men, give them guns, policemen, and announce to the people that we are coming to chase them before we go and chase them. I say, look, these chamfans, they are not tea bread for you to, compress and put in your pocket, as we used to do in primary school. You put granite paste in there, you compress the tea bread and you put it in your pocket and you take it to school. No. They're not like that. They are not like Auntie Mary's, tea bread. No. The owners of these things must be found. The financiers of this wicked act and evil must be found. The enablers and collaborators who have deep pockets must be found and dealt with. If you found only 10 financiers of galamsey who are able to afford excavators, chamfan, generator, pump action guns, mercury, cyanide, petrol, pay people by day, if you found only 10 of them and put them before a competent court of jurisdiction and jailed them, this nonsense will stop. If you found only 10 of them, I stood here once upon a time and told you that my program, this Johnny's Bite, will not end. You will find some jokers in the erstwhile administration. You find some jokers who will go into galamsey sites pretending to be chasing people. Look, there's a new story that was done about a year ago around the same place, of how the forest around the Bui area, the extent of damage, in the heart of the forest. It is not a joke. The new minister says he is committed to working at it. The former minister says we are committed to working at it. Before then, there was another minister. Everybody says we are committed, but what levels of commitment is there? Because you see, this water you see, it will be used to prepare food for you to eat, and you will die eventually. Fishes from this water will be harvested, and then they will be, smoked and transported to you. And you will eat it in your cities and big towns, and you will die. Oh yes, you will die. This was in the erstwhile administration. Oh, this is a former minister for lands and natural resources. This video was taken then. The situation has not changed now. So you see, helicopter, we had a rifle. Yeah, we like the optics. We are not all right. I'm telling you, as a country, what is disturbing us and what is killing all of us, we are not focused. We are always interested in re-engineering the narrative and attacking people. I say, Johnnie Hughes, he's talking too much. Let's send people on social media, attack him. Let's try and hack his accounts. Let's do this, let's do that. If you are not a nation wrecker, you wouldn't be thinking along those lines. I am for Ghana. I have been like this since I was at Pravda Radio, since I came to TV Africa, Viasat 1, 3FM, TV3. I have been like that since 19 Kojoho. You cannot change me. If you ask my primary school teachers, they will tell you. If you go to my church and ask them, even my bishop, if you ask my mother, they will tell you. That is how I am. And I didn't borrow it. It came from my father. I'll say it straight. Ping, ping. If you like, don't give him the post. He doesn't care. But what will kill all of us, it has to be minus me. If you want it to kill you, fine, and then shut up. But if I don't want to kill it, let those of us who don't want galamsey to kill us talk. This nonsense must stop. As Dr. Lawrence Tete says, this nonsense must stop. Now let's go to the schools so that we can wrap up. I was moved to tears. And you see, in the past, I spoke about this. In the past, I spoke about this situation. When our people went there to take these shots, the teachers were scared. They said, oh, if this information gets out, the headmistress will be angry. And once the headmistress gets angry, we will be dealt with. This is Upper East Region, Timpani District, the Bugri Primary School. This is class 3. Upper East Region, Bugri Primary School in the Timpani District, class 3. Not a single chair. Look at the teacher's table. It's like a chop bar table. No motivation, not a single chair. We're here bragging that, oh, education is better, outcome is better, blah, blah, blah. We're all the bragging. The former education minister, the man who wanted to be our vice president, he was our education minister then, right? Dr. Matthew Boku Prempe. And then we had another doctor, Dr. Osei Aduchum. The two of them had worked at the ministry for 8 years. This problem was not solved. But before the previous government came to power, the vice president of that regime, who was then the vice presidential candidate, went around presenting desks and tables to students. That's to spite. I'm saying that if you care about the Republic of Ghana, you would dare not politicize education, health, security, energy, and agric. Unfortunately, we have done all of that. Because we politicized this, we injected fear into the teachers and the headmasters and the headmistresses to the extent that even though they see that the children are suffering, they cannot talk about it, and they will also prevent their teachers from talking about it, and the security supervisors will go and do whatever useless inspections in these schools, and then they will come back and write a good report and send it to Accra. So we are all fooling ourselves, knowing that we are not doing what is right. Tell me which politician in a high place will have his children sitting on the floor this morning to learn. Tell me which politician. NDC, MPP, CPP, PPP, PPP, KKK, TPP, TPP, all the PPs. Tell me, which one? And this is an inherited problem. It's not a problem created by this government. But you have somebody who has taflacha, water in their head, come to tell you that, oh, there's a new government and they have to fix it. But you told us you had fixed it. The Bugri Primary School, Tempani District, you told us you had fixed it. So how is it that suddenly all the chairs were used as firewood to boil kinky for the children to eat? And suddenly they have to now sit on the floor like prisoners who have been transported from Salaga through to wherever to come to Cape Coast or the Christianborg Castle to be transported outside. We have been so unfair to our children. And that is why I started my conversation with putting value on yourself, because you're waiting for the system to put value on you. You will never get that value. I'm telling you. Think about what I have said. Think about it carefully. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Johnnie Hughes.
Yes, Ima from Amomole. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, my boss,
Great.
This morning.
Talk to me.
Thank you very much. Mr. Johnnie, please, may I know from you, yesterday's press conference, did it come on?
No, it didn't happen.
Thank you very much. Because, you see, I heard Patrick Boama and others were pleading for Dr. Amin Adams. Yesterday...
Were they not the same people supporting him that he spoke the truth?
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you. So, I mean, I am really shocked with Mr. Johnnie. Really shocked. That's why I question about the man's level of integrity and level of education. Because someone has destroyed the economy so badly, Kenoforata. You a latter day saint minister. At least if it were to be Kenoforata to do this damage control, Mr. Johnnie, I wouldn't have been so surprised. But you, Dr. Amin Adam, even if you were promised the whole world, any rational human being, Mr. Johnnie, to never do what Amin Adam did. But you know, we want it that way. They should keep on. As I said yesterday, that he who the boss wants to kill first made him mad. They should keep on exposing themselves this way, so that there will be a race, totally erased from our political space.